Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings. And here we have the campaign map over there. This is going to be a very chilled out flight. We are very simply going to be taking off from Goodwood, EGHR, and heading up to RAF Fairford. Simple as that. See what happens on the way. The weather isn't particularly brilliant today, but it's just a simple little relaxed flight for a Sunday morning. Have a chat in the chat and see how it goes. So yeah, let's. I've moved my box here. Let's come back onto here. There we go. There she is, SM520. Of course, the purists in the room will say, "Oh, but Dreams of Wings, SM520 doesn't look like that." It doesn't. SM520 is a two-seater TR9 trainer, which I've had the great pleasure to fly in and take the controls of. And this is why I fly this repaint in the sim. SM520 doesn't look like this anymore. She's actually got a rather splendid Battle of Britain Memorial flight. Battle of Britain Memorial repaint to remember a Spitfire that actually flew from here when it was RAF West Hampnet before it became Goodwood Aerodrome that we know. Yeah, and I must admit I keep meaning to check to see if anyone's done an up-to-date repaint, but I love this one. This is kind of how she was, apart from the logos, how she was when I flew in her, so it means a lot to me. Quick check of the chat. Michael, hello. Sparky, how you doing? Jep, good to see you. You were at RIAT yesterday. Disappointed there wasn't much RAF flying. Yeah, I took a decision not to go this year, but I wish I had in a way. Just because you start seeing all the footage and everything from there and you think, damn it, I wish I was there. Roland, hello to Holland. We were talking about this on the stream on Friday. I have language Tourette's, which means I have a habit of, for no reason, breaking into accents or bits of language. And Dutch is one that I find absolutely impenetrable. There's no way. It's not like one of those kind of languages based on Latin where you can pick up certain words or phrases. Dutch, I listen to it, and it's kind of like a music that I cannot understand, but I love listening to it. I love the flow of it and the pattern and the sounds of it. Anyway, Michael, did you get any rain yesterday, Rob? We did, and we've got it now. And I'm pleased to say that whereas recently I've been baking in this room when I've been streaming, today it's actually quite cool. It's actually quite nice. And I'm amazed to see, I mean, this is live weather. I am just going to double check, actually. Let's just double check. No, wrong. No! No! Let's have a quick check. Live, yeah. Yeah, so it's live weather, live time. This is not what it looks like where I am, which is about an hour or so north of here. It's very grey and it's drizzly. So we're going to hit that, so that could make it quite interesting with the flying. You were at the allotment yesterday, Michael. Michael, I'd hat off to you, mate. Yesterday it was absolutely dreich. It was awful where I was. So if you were getting into that, weather, then well, I salute you. Okay, so quick look at the wind. Using a fabulous little nav map, it's anywhere between 14 and 22 knots from 170. I can see from the windsock that it's quite windy, so this should be quite good fun. Also, I'm a little bit out of practice with the Spit. I always say that it's criminal that I call myself a Warbirds YouTube channel, but I rarely fly Warbirds these days, and I do keep meaning to put an end to that. So anyway, I am on the Western Europe server. If anyone wants to come along and join, you are more than welcome. As always, since getting some new hardware, the sound levels can sometimes be a bit odd. So at the moment, I've got my sound levels set for helicopter mode because I've been doing so much helicopter flying. If at any point you find that the engine sound is too overpowering of the voice, then I can hear an engine. I can hear an engine. We're getting a flyover. Yes! Look at that! Oh my lord! Perfect timing, Silver Spitfire. That was brilliant. Sorry, getting excited. Yeah, if at any time you find either the voice is overpowering or the engine's overpowering, give me a shout in the chat and I shall move that. Right, I need to get my Spitfire head on now. I need to stop trying to put my hand on the collective lever because that's going to get us nowhere. I can whap that around all I want, but it ain't going to fly. Now, I always have to remember to take it off the latch. There we go. It's that one. Yellow is to take off the latch, and then to fully open it, it's that one. Because there's nothing more embarrassing than taking off, pressing that, and suddenly your door flies open. Okay, Michael, this is Goodwood. This is EGHR Goodwood on the south coast. One thing I should say is that there is a thing with Goodwood, and it's the same in 2020 and the same in 2024, and it's nothing to do with the burning blue scenery that we're using here, which is absolutely fantastic. But there is a little glitch when you get sort of halfway down the runway, almost to beam the windsock. There's a stutter that comes in, and never quite realised what it is. Here we go. Another flyby. Very nice. Oh, it's not the Silver Spitfire, it's a 109. For some reason, I thought I saw a Silver Spitfire livery. Very nice. Sparky, hey Rob, have you received a call from the FAA yet for doing a run-up test on a busy taxiway at Liverpool John Lennon? Oh, Sparky, there's always one. There's always one. You can never keep everyone happy, can you? People either complain that you don't do a run-up test, or they complain that you don't... that was strange. Why did the canopy close? That's a bit worrying. That means that... Oh, all this weird stuff always happens on live streams, doesn't it? That means that something put an input to control the canopy. Yeah, yeah. It's incredible being I should say this now. I'm a YouTuber not because I'm an expert or because I think I'm an expert or because I want to show you how it's done. I do it because I enjoy it and it's fun, and sometimes I make mistakes. And the run-up thing that Sparky is relating to is that in the Aerostar video that went yesterday, I did a run-up on the taxiway just near the holding point. There wasn't really anywhere else to do a run-up. It just seemed like a good place to do it, but Sparky, who is more knowledgeable than me, has obviously realised that I broke a few regulations doing that, so apologies Sparky if it ruined your immersion and realistic entertainment. There you go. Right, enough of my waffle. Right, head tracking booth. Right, let's have a quick look. So, parking brake is on. Quick check of physical controls, because last time I live streamed in the Spit, something happened with the controls and I took off with no stick control whatsoever. Gear is down. We've got the red light on for the fuel pressure because we ain't got none at the moment. That's all good. Okay. Fueleth oneth. Let's pump up the jams. Now, at the moment, trust me, you'll see it in a minute, that red light will go out. At the moment, the animation of the pump lever is not working in 2024 in the Spit. There we go, that's gone out, so I'll do a few more. But as you can see, the function of it does work. And they're working on a 2024 version, which I cannot wait to see. Okay, mixture, there we go, prop fully forward, we'll have that there, that's all good, that's all good. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I bet she doesn't start first time just to get back at me for not flying her recently. Okay, mags on, quick shout, everybody out the bloody way! That's how you do it when you're in a Spitfire. And let's go. Yes! The Merlin comes to life. Excellent! Let's all close all that. That's another thing. People say, oh, you forgot to lock the primer. I've locked it. It's locked. Okay, that's all good. Quick look at the temperatures. We've got oil pressure, so that's rather comforting. Oil temperatures rising, so yeah, we can pretty much get going really. It's quite a warm day here. Let's have the, this is always a tricky one. Did that go on? Yeah, I just heard the click. Not going to bother with that. I will have the pitot heat on. Actually, let's have, I am going to put that onto manual actually. I must remember to take it off, but while we're taxiing, quite often it's a bit, it's too easy when you're waffling on a live stream to remember that the Spitfire does not like sitting on the ground for ages. Right, quick check of the temperatures again. More than happy to start taxiing with that. Okay, remember it's not a helicopter, Rob. Leave the blummin' collective lever alone. Okay, stick back. Quick check of the brakes. Yeah, brakes working. Okay. Let's come round. I thought I saw, yeah, there we go. It could well be we've got floating aircraft because the I'm using the Burning Blue design Goodwood, and there may be some difference in mesh heights and all that sort of thing, so that's probably why you're seeing floating aircraft. Be interesting to see if we get that stutter that I was talking about. It should happen any time now. Interesting. It didn't. There it is. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Every blummin' time. You have to be really careful of it. It's quite distracting because obviously when you're landing or taking off you're putting lots of fine inputs in, and that's a complete pain in the derriere. How's the sound, by the way? Sound good? No one's shouting out, so I'm hoping that means it's all good. Alright, let's just whip around. And we will do a quick run up. Okay, right, so brakes on. Sag the prop. Right, lovely oil out into the governor. Right, mag check. Okay, that's all good. Happy with that. Everything else is fine. Don't need to worry about that. That's all good. We'll get some trim in. I like a little bit of nose down. Battle of Britain Memorial Flight likes a little bit of nose up. Okay, let's line up. Funny having flown helicopters so much recently, getting the just getting the fixed wing chops back. Right, checking the view, everything's good. I've got the map up there, we are good to go. Al, how are you doing? Not seen you for a while. I will respond to your message in a second. Oh, let's just put that there, yeah. Oh, pops that up. I did say it's been a while. I'll tell you what I did in a second. Right, let's come back on there. Come back on there. Remember, it's that one, and then that one. Yeah, I totally forgot the correct stick position for takeoff, and That's closed now. And as we started to roll, you saw the left wing came down. Spent far too much time in helicopters. And coming out on a windy day and forgetting the correct stick position, I'm asking for trouble. Al, yes, put it in the Discord yesterday. We're going to do a group flight probably in 2024, and that's what I'm in now. That's what I'm in now. There is splendid Goodwood. Burning Blue really did do a cracking job with this. Okay, Al, we're on the Western Europe server. There's that glitch again. It always seems to happen around this point, and it was the same in 2020. So not quite sure what the problem was, but there's something about Goodwood. There's some kind of Bermuda Triangle about Goodwood that causes issues. Okay, so this is round about where the cloud base is. And now we can head to RIAT. I would be interested to see, actually. I would imagine that RIAT is probably full of flight simmers. In the I'm talking about in the sim, so we'll have a look. We'll just stay below the cloud. Right, there we go. Bring everything down. Now I am going to flicker the switch. There we go. So we're on automatic now. Check if the... There we go. Right, let's see what we got. So actually the weather's a lot better than I thought it was going to be honest. I was fully expecting it to be absolutely honking. But I have a feeling it's going to be absolutely honking up ahead. No doubt. Quick check. Yep, we're on course. The lighting in this sim is so realistic, isn't it? It's one of the great things about flying live weather is that you get some amazing things. Oh, hello. There's the Viking in the P-51. I can't wait till the Sobo sort out the LODs, and I don't know if it's a Sobo, if it's developers. I suspect it's something to do with the Sobo. I'm not a technical guy, so I don't know, but you get these odd situations like you had there, where the interior of the cockpit flew past first, and then suddenly it appeared. Look at that, and there we there we have the incredible sight of an ME-109 towing the spare pilot. That's a lesser known little trick that was employed towards the end of World War II, where they would always tow a spare pilot behind the aircraft, so that if anyone ever got feeling a bit sick or anything like that, you could just grab on the cord, pull them in. They do a quick changeover. It was a little bit tight in the cockpit, but they do a quick changeover, and then the one that was feeling a bit sick, trail him out on the line behind, and then if you wanted to be sick or if you wanted to have a kip, then he's more than welcome. But yeah, there are definitely some very strange things still happening in multiplayer in 2024, unfortunately. Are you back in, Al? Are you seeing anything? There's the Viking. Now, Platty, let's not start accusing the YouTuber of historical factual inaccuracies, please. I mean, just look at that ground. It's so damn realistic. I've got the labels on. In fact, I will temporarily. Let's take the labels off. There we go. And then it's a little bit more realistic. Al, I don't know if this helps, mate, but obviously we've left Goodwood behind now, but we are coming up to Popham, so it might be, and we're almost flying over Popham, so it might be easy for you to load in there. But yeah, make sure you've got air traffic quality set to high or ultra in the settings, in the graphic settings, and obviously you've got multiplayer on in all your different bits and bobs. There's some rain over there, that's for sure. Oh, I'll just pause there, stand by. So yeah, that was a truly awful takeoff I did back there. I'm the first to admit it. It's funny how you have to kind of get in the zone, and I was definitely not in the zone. I completely forgot. So with the Spitfire, I always, and this is one of those things, the Spitfire is one of those aircraft where people always say, oh, sound going a bit funny then, where people always say, that's not how you do it, that's not how I do it. In my manual that I bought from a antique store in 1973, it says XYZ. So people do things a bit differently. I was trained on the A2A Mark II and Mark I. So when I do a takeoff in a spit, I always have the stick right back, and I also have it to the right, and then as we get to a point where the tail is going to raise, at that point I've eased the stick back to a central position. And what I did on the takeoff back then was anything but that. I had the stick back, but I had it in a central position, and I was concentrating more on trying to figure out why my rudder, physical rudder, didn't feel particularly brilliant. Rather than concentrating on correct stick position, and correct stick position will always get you in this Spitfire. These old warbirds, they're not like tricycle undercarriage jobs where I mean, obviously you have to have some control of the aileron in a tricycle undercarriage, but a tail dragger with a dirty great big engine on the front with lots of torque factor and all that sort of thing. If you don't respect her, she's going to bite you. So we've got some really quite bogging weather up ahead, haven't we? Let's just drop down a little bit before we hit that. I'd love to know. I should have got my Navigraph charts up just to check what the weather is at Fairford right now. But what we're heading into now is more what I'm seeing where I am right now. It certainly is, Michael. Ah, cheers, Plessy. That's good to know. As long as we can fly under it, that's fine. I don't really want to go completely IMC in the spit. The ILS system isn't very good. In this case, idiot landing system. I can't see anything. I love how the lighting is in this sim. We go from where the sun is on the ground there, you've got the greens. Oh, there's Popham. You've got the greens, you've got the browns and the sunlight, and now we move into the shadow of the cloud and it's all dark. And then over there we got rain. We're seeing all of it. We're seeing all the murk, aren't we? All the murk. Quick look down. Everything's good. Just doing a nice... Oh, we've got some rain now. Just a nice gentle cruise. I once heard someone say on a stream that flying warbirds in a civvy sim like this is just sad. Which is something I've never quite understood. I think I like to fly my warbirds as if they're trimming a bit, as if they are modern restoration, so I'm a little bit gentle with them. I'm not trying to dogfight anyone. I leave that for combat sims. This is just trying to treat the airframe with respect, because she is rather old, and just having fun. That's what it's about. Weather over there is rather stinky, isn't it? Certainly up ahead it is. That's for sure. Let's just nudge down a bit, get below that cloud. See what I will do. Have a sip of tea. In the old logo mug. There it is, the old logo mug. Keep meaning to do a new logo mug. Haven't quite got round to it. Yes, Platy, you're probably absolutely right. I mean, look at that. I love the way you just wouldn't want to fly into that. But we will. Just nudging it down again a little bit. Just keep below that, that cloud base. Very dark. Yeah, totally agree, Platy. Totally agree. Oh, that's nice. I have to say, and I don't want to get too serious and all that kind of stuff, but I don't do combat sims very often. When I was young I did, but as I got older I didn't do it very often. Sorry, I'm just listening out. Interesting sound coming from somewhere. I think it must be a jet that I can't see. Oh, I've suddenly had a jet sound. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's not a jet. It's not a jet. It must just be... It is the Silver Spitfire. Let's see who it is. Labels on. We have got Viking. We have got... oh no, I keep saying Silver Spitfire. It's not. It's the 109, isn't it? It's that black, the black top of the cowling, and then the kind of symbol down the side. Hang on a minute, let's have a look. That's almost like the Silver Spitfire repaint in the sim. The Flying Iron one, not the accurate one. How funny. That's why I keep thinking it's the Silver Spitfire. But there we go. There's the spare passenger, or rather pilot, behind. Sorry, he's trying to fly formation with me, and I'm so busy looking at him, I'm flying all over the place. Let's drop out of the cloud. It does look like a pod race, you're absolutely right. We've got a Mustang up ahead. So yeah, weather really is quite stinky, isn't it? Just drop down below the Merc. Good excuse to for a bit of low-level antics. Right, let's beautiful. There we go, just took a screenshot. Just noticed I've still got my pilot on hide from doing the outside shots. That's alright. I'm here somewhere. Right, let's have a quick look at engine. Engine is good. All within limits it should be. We're not exactly ragging it, are we? They only have the red and yellow skin for this P51. Okay. Must admit, I don't really fly the P51 much. I love the Echo 19 sound pack, but we so desperately need a good P51. I had hoped that A2A might release one. I thought maybe with the appeal to the US market and all that sort of thing that they might well release it, but they haven't, which is a great shame. So we're coming up on Fairford now, and I am quite surprised. I honestly thought it was going to be full of flight simmers, but judging by the lack of labels, it's not. So yeah, interesting. Okay, one has appeared. One of the things about air shows, isn't it? You pray for good weather. I remember going to the Duxford Battle of Britain Memorial, keep saying Memorial, the Battle of Britain air show a few years ago, and we went on the Saturday, I think it was, and it just, the weather was horrible. Quite heavy rain, and then suddenly the sun would pop out and it was nice, but yeah, we got quite wet. Fingers crossed for this year. Last year was great. In fact, the last 2 years have been pretty good on the days I've been. Right, we're coming up on Fairford now. Quick check of the wind. I meant to look to see if there's any add-on scenery for this. I don't know if there is. So this is just bog standard, just having a quick look around. I don't want to ruin anyone's day if they're actually doing flying and suddenly I get in their way, so I'm just going to turn on the labels. So we've got a couple down on the ground. Not seeing anything else. I'm not so sure if Chaotic Sprayer is doing an approach. Don't think so. Yeah, Plassey, I bet at Culdrose. Pretty exposed, isn't it? Oh, hello, what was that? I guess that was a bit of wind. So, wind is 19 to where we are now, 20 knots from 164. At least the cloud base isn't too bad. So, quick look, mixture is fully rich. Exactly the kind of pause you don't want. They always happen at the worst time. Yeah, it's a little bit blustery. Okay, see if I can do a landing better than my takeoff. Right, let's drop gear. Feels a little bit tight. Pause there. I wonder if it's in the same place as the one I saw when we were just... No, it wasn't. It was a different position, wasn't it? I'll just quick check. Yeah, gears down. So the flappage. A little bit high, to say the least. Lucky we've got a great big long runway, really. Okay, let's have a look, see what she's doing. Bouncy. Come back, come back. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna punish myself by doing another takeoff because I wasn't happy with that one at the beginning. Right, is anyone else coming? Right. DJ, I think you're doing an approach, so I'm going to scoot off the runway for you. This is not Fairford procedure, but I don't want to get in the way of his landing. Platty. There's always someone, when you fly the Spit, wow, it's bumpy here. Jesus, let's get back on the tarmac. Good God. There's always someone when you fly the Spit that does the Battle of Britain film quotes. Usually something about teaching monkeys or making you weep. It's one of those Spitfire flight sim things. Temperatures are a little bit high to be doing this kind of messing about, really, but I did say I want to punish myself, and that is what I will do. I'm trying to get here quickly because I don't want to get in anyone's way. Okay. Is that someone? What's that? What's he doing? Is he taking off? Okay, I think it's going to be a bit of a free for all, isn't it? Okay, right. This time we want to see a better takeoff. Okay, so that's where it should be. That's good. What have we got in the way of wind? 15 knots with a bit of a crosswind component. That's better. Just drifting with the crosswind a little bit. Gear up. Oh, someone landing there. Okay, right. Gear down. Just doing a bit of trimming. That pause is in exactly the same position every time. Right, gear is down, speed's okay. Nice curved approach, please. Flap. There's a nasty pause. Still quite high on this one again. So not ideal. Coming back on the throttle. Those big flaps in the spit act like a big dirty speed brake, so that definitely helps. Get ready for that crosswind. God, we are bouncy. Come on. That's it. Come on. Okay. Right. Let's raise the flap. Let's get off the runway quick. Seems to be getting busy here. Yeah, there's definitely something weird going on with my rudder pedals. I think it might be how I've got my brake set up. Oh, it's a Jag! Look at that! How cool is that? I've bought the Jag, but I've not flown it yet. I've got to go and taxi past the Jag. Look at that. He's doing the walk around. Well done. Professional pilot. I salute you. It's funny, the whole pilot figure thing, I didn't really appreciate it in this sim. I didn't really see it as a something to get excited about, and people who I know were getting excited about it. I'm going to pull us up here, I think. And it's only at times like that where I kind of think, yeah, I get it. I've just taxied past another pilot doing his walk around on his Jag. That's pretty cool. There we go. Right. Fucking brake on. Let's quick run up. Clear the old baffles. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, I can't wait for the 2024 version of the Spit. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see what they've done with it. I would say it works quite well in 2024. I have to say, don't have any issues with it. The main thing is me getting more practice in. I used to really fly the Spit all the time, and I certainly in A2 with the A2A Spit in P3D, I could just put it wherever I wanted it. But I spent so much time flying helicopters really for the last couple of years and not spending enough time on the Spit that I'm a little bit rusty, so every now and again I'll do a stream like this and humiliate myself in public, which is a good way of putting everything into perspective. Look at that, looking over an elliptical wing at a jag, moody weather, beautiful, love it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining. I hope you've had a good trip. Thanks for watching. We do have a Discord. For some reason the automatic messages that I've got set up have not been doing anything, so I'm going to quickly pop that in there. There we go. Let's see, so that's worked. Where is it? Yeah, so they're all working, so I don't know why that hasn't been coming through, but anyway, yeah, there you go. I shall see you on the Discord, but also, more importantly, I shall see you again on the channel. Take care now. Bye-bye.